All right, so Mandy's going to take the second half, and I'm just going to go over the first half. We're doing hooks and jabs. This is an old presentation that I did for another team, so y'all know who I am, I would hope. But that's me and my babies. And my phone won't stop going off, so I'm putting it over here. All right, so basically the concept of this is hooking and jabbing, and to, I guess, tell and show you guys that it gets better with time, and what you do now will always improve if you continually push yourself forward. Because this picture on the left, yeah, that was a post, and it's pretty horrendous, but that was where I was at in my journey, in my business. But now on the right, that picture got like 60 something likes. Just, it's a max out time. It's nothing fantabulous, but it's just to show that when you're creating your story, when you're creating your business, you're going to continue to grow, but as well as your post. So if you're new and you're only getting 3 likes on a post, that's okay, because that's good for you right now. So don't compare yourself to me and Mandy, who's been in this almost, I've been 2 years, Mandy's over a year. We get a lot of likes. It's because we've crafted our Facebook page and our Instagram pages to fit that niche of people that are following us, and we've had more followers come with us. So you're going to get that, but just because you don't get 60 likes on a picture doesn't mean it's not good content. It's not a good picture. You just have to keep pushing forward. Yeah. Then versus now, that was one of my first posts as a Beachbody coach, and it is the most embarrassing thing of my life. Body Beast workout session for me and Insanity. No, me for Insanity, him. I mean, that's what was happening, but it could have been a million times better. I could have worded it better. But like I said, you grow as a coach. And basically on the right, 91 likes, and all I did was say that I got free stuff. And I never said that I was giving it away. I mean, people commented saying that they wanted it, but it's just to show that, again, you grow. So these are the, I guess, the basics of jabbing, because this is not any specific hooks. Like I said, you're going to build a following throughout your Facebook, because you're now using Facebook as your business. It's not just you're going to post a dog and say my dog. You're going to say something beneficial and something that entertains, that people enjoy, or it's going to have meaning for what you're actually doing with your life. Like on the left, could have said, oh, these pants are big, but that wouldn't have gotten as much information and as much drive as the scale goes up, the pants get looser. 167 likes, and that was legit it. But it's to show you that you don't have to be any number. You can build muscle, lean out, your pants get bigger. But that's not said in that. It's just, to be creative is the hard part, but it comes, I'm not always creative, but when I do, I usually get a lot of hits. There's one thing that will get you far in this business. It's about being real and being you. So people want to see what you're doing. They want to see what's working for you. If it's not working, you can still share that. If you're feeling fat today, feel fat today. You don't have to be perfect. So the one on the middle left is just the picture that Christopher got me a necklace for our 1-year anniversary, because we couldn't afford it, and that was 5 months late. But it's a picture, and I liked it, and it got a lot of likes. The right is just showing my sense of humor, that looks like you're pooping, but your arm looks nice, so you keep the picture. I look like a freaking moron, but my arm looks good, and I got a lot of comments on it. So like I'm saying, it's not about being perfect, and it's not about being anybody but you, because you can't mimic something that I do, that Mandy does. You have to be you and find what works for you. So the breakdown of a hook, Mandy's going to go over more of the hooks, but this is kind of how I structure my hooks. So I'll take a picture, try to be as creative as I can. So since it was a skinny jean challenge, put my skinny jeans on. I looked disgusting in them, so I was sad. That's just how I felt, so that's how the picture came out. And basically, when you're going to start hooking, you want to start with your story. Why does this picture and this challenge relate to you and where you're at right now? So for me, this challenge was, I've been on a binge eating. I have been eating like crap. So I'm ready to stick to something, and I want you to do it with me for 21 days. That's it. So like I said, the story, the why is I want to lose weight. You can lose this many pounds per week. And then all the way at the end is your call to action. If you're not going to have a call to action, you're not going to have people commenting, say that they want to do it with you. You're not going to have as much interaction, which means your picture will not get in the newsfeed as much as something that has 20 comments, and then you can comment back on it and bring it back up to the newsfeed. So you always want to have your call to action right at the last thing. So who's with me? Put your favorite emoji, or you can just say who's with me, comment below. I don't really use the thing that's like, comment, or message me because it's so generalized, but I did do it when I started. So if it works for you, it works for you. It doesn't work for me. No one ever comments messages or likes. But I will say, as you can see on the right, how it has 47 likes. Take those likes and you will message them. Those aren't ignored people. Just because they didn't say me, that doesn't mean that they don't want it. I actually got somebody to do this challenge with us because I messaged her privately, just kind of saying, hey, thank you for your support in 21-day challenge. I know some people are kind of hesitant of commenting, so I just want to say thank you for your support. Just say the magic words and you'll be in. And she literally said, yeah, I'm really shy about commenting on stuff. I'm really glad you reached out to me. How can I join? So you never know who just clicks like, and a lot of them will ignore you, but you never know that one person that won't. So that's my half. I'm going to stop screen sharing if I can find my mouse. And Mandy will screen share. Where'd it go? There we go.
So you pretty much covered what I was going to talk about because, I mean, really, like, it is what it is. But I did mine more on jabs with, like, one hook. So, all right, let me see. Hold on, Chloe. Let's see. Here, I only have 3 slides. It's nothing fancy. Okay, so like jabs, for instance, what I do with jabs is hold on. Okay, give me a second, okay? Jabs are pretty much things in your life. So like Allison was saying, like for her, it was her anniversary. For me, it's my kids, my mom life, or just any kind of like hobby or thing that I'm doing. So taking your life and then giving little tidbits or snippets into you, like how Beachbody fits into your life. For me, that's what a jab is. It can be anything. It could be, you know, I'll go into that. But for this, like this is with Milana, and this got a lot of likes for it. And it was just like, do you even lift, bro, or something like that. But it's the Beachbody recovery and the creatine, so it kind of falls in all together. And then this one with Shakeology, it was Chloe. Sorry. This one, I was just drinking my shake and unpacking from the week. So I just kind of tied that all in together, and it was just there. It's kind of like product placement in a movie. You know, it's there, and then people are asking. I actually had someone comment that they needed to order Shakeology now. So that kind of followed up with her too. This is what I call interactive jabs. I ask questions a lot, and I do it for a reason, because that builds a conversation with someone in a relationship to where I can go back and message them about something they suggested or something that they said, and that kind of opens the door for me to invite later on. So for right here, this was an outfit. I got like 65 comments on it, and I legit needed advice, but it was a good opportunity too to some of the people that commented I had been wanting to message, and now I'm going back and talking to those people about our next challenge group. So it kind of, you know, all works together. The one on the right is just about like motivational, inspirational stuff. A lot of people will comment back on that because, you know, everyone needs that on Facebook these days, especially with all the crazies. So I think that these two things have really worked well for me as far as like, you know, we always talk about inviting, but you want to just random message people like we get where different products or programs, and they're just like, you know, try me or come with me, and you don't have that relationship. So I find jabs like this help you to, you know, build that kind of one-on-one relationship with someone without you having to technically message them first. It opens the door for that. And like Allison said, be relatable, be yourself, and then share the good and the bad. And that's something that I'm working on. I usually just share the good. And so I'm starting to really start to work on sharing the bad. Chloe. Okay, give me a second. Sorry. And then a jab versus a hook. So 80% your life, 20% beach body is kind of how I try and do it. Some weeks I'll kind of hook more than others. But for me, jabs are more, just like I said, like right here, I put that I was starting the program and I was going to, freeze my butt off outside. But I kind of snuck in that I'm doing a new program. And then it's just a picture. Whereas like for me, hooks usually have like some kind of graphic, like draw your attention, wording on it to where they'll stop scrolling and actually look. And then the bullet points, like Allison was showing, helps break down your story, your why, and your call to action. And so my normal jabs don't have call to actions, only my hooks do. So that's kind of how I differentiate the two of them. So I try and only hook maybe 2-3 times a week, depending on what's going on. But the jabs, I try and do one jab a day. So like 2 things will just be random, pictures of my kids or whatever. But usually one of them is my workouts, my shake, something positive that kind of ties into Beachbody. And that kind of gives it a balance to where you're still sharing everything, but you're not being overly Beachbody. And I feel like sometimes, we hook maybe too much, if that's all we're putting on our Facebook for that, as far as sharing, we're only sharing whenever we're inviting or this challenge group. These kind of hooks or jabs that kind of give you a little opening to what you're actually doing, to where whenever you do post a hook, then people already know what's going on and why you're doing it. So I think that's all I had.
Yeah, and basically what you want to do is when you look back at your Facebook page, look at it from someone else's point of view. So if I'm going to look at my page, I'm going to pretend to be Mandy, who knows nothing about Beachbody. If they look at the page, they'll see, yeah, she likes to work out. Oh, look, she might have this new thing coming up. But, oh, she likes her dogs. Oh, she likes to cook. It's not, oh, well, she sells this right away. You don't want to be that person, I guess. And I've got a lot of it lately now that it's, Christmas time and there's all kind of sales and there's all kind of this and all kind of that. So, I mean, just take a second and look at someone's page that has private messaged you randomly. Will you do this with me? Will you buy this from me? I have $300 left to sell. Will you buy something? Look at their page, and I promise you all they have is buy this, buy this, buy this. Oh, I have a sale. So that's kind of what we try to veer away from. Now, I'm not telling you how to run your business because we are not that kind of company. You run your own business. Once you're a coach, you're a coach. But we just know what has worked for us. So I'm going to unmute everybody, and then we can have questions and chitta-chatta. Unmuted.
Half order of the fried shrimp.
Oh, so I get fried shrimp.
That one. Some tartar sauce will be fine. Okay, do you want to make that into a combo as well? No, I don't. Anything else for you today? That'll be it.
Pamela, you get the shrimp?
Oh, Dad. What's the right way? No.
What? Where's your hot dog? Where's your hot dog? Go. Go get your hot dog, Lucy. Go. Lucy, go get your hot dog. Where is it? Go get it. I guess we have questions. Hey, my
Say hi.
Hey,
Say hi.
oh my god.
So about the girl boss, Allison.
Yeah.
So we want to tell everybody what we were kind of talking about doing.
Hey, Ella. Don't eat me. Mandy and I were talking about adjusting the girl boss because we've had zero participation. We started it and it's just fading fast. Mandy, what were we even talking about?
We were talking about running it monthly and just crap, I'm trying to remember now. We did say monthly. We said 2 weeks, monthly.
Stop it. And what else did we say?
Okay, wait.
Spot.
I know. Wait. It was a good idea, too. We should have wrote it down. Okay. So usually we would do it monthly, and it would be for 2 weeks, but it would be whoever signed up like that right before. So I think what we're going to do is accumulate like the coaches that sign up for that month,
Right?
and then run the group at the same time every month, right?
Yeah.
And no, we said it would be a 30-day group, but we would only post the content once a week.
Oh yeah,
right?
we were gonna pass or protect it on the group page. You don't get the information. That's when you check in.
It wouldn't be daily.
Yeah, we're gonna post everything on the team page for 1 week, and you can only get that information. So if you finish it early, go about your way with it. But it's gonna be a weekly thing. But you can't, you don't have to wait for a daily. I think that's what some people got kind of held back with because they're waiting for each day, and it just becomes repetitive. So that's what we were thinking. If you guys thought that was a good idea.
So we would do weekly check-ins instead of daily assignments. So you might only have one thing due for the week. And then if you're a go-getter, then you can go through the whole week in one day and be done and move on if you want.
Say hi. Say hi.
I know whenever I did it, it was kind of hard to do daily with me working and everything.
Yeah.
And then also, coming home with the kids, it was hard to try and keep up daily.
That's what we're thinking, yeah.
So you think weekly would be better? If we gave you everything in a week, even on the whole thing, because it's not that it's a lot of information, but like you said, people are busy. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Where if you had a week to catch up on everything, it would give you more time.
Yeah, give it to them on a Monday and then kind of
Yeah.
done by Friday, Saturday.
I think we still said we were going to post videos every now and then throughout the week just to kind of, not leave people hanging,
Yeah.
But I don't know. Were we saying it would be a month or 2 weeks? I don't know. I mean, I guess we'd have to do it. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I think that way it's continuous. And what we said was, what we said was to take the people that really excelled in it and maybe do go an Emerald group afterwards.
It's burning.
What is that? I don't know for the
Who's doing it?
That's you, Courtney.
Yeah.
Probably one of the funniest calls that I've done. That's how I feel daily, 20 million things going on.
I mean, I'm not speaking anything. I don't know.
I'm joking. I don't know if it's you.
Well, I don't know. She was on the keyboard, so I don't know.
Alan, it's your fault.
Is Lindsay still on?
Yeah.
Lindsay, so you have a password protected on your website, right?
Yeah, they click on Coach's Corner and then they log in with a username and password that everyone gets, the same one.
So they can open up all the trainings at once?
When they log into that, it opens up boxes and it has all the training modules so they can work through it as fast or as slow as they can.
Gotcha. And so how do you do as far as following up?
I'm still working on perfecting the process, but I created a coach training group where people can put in their assignments as they're going through. And then I just made an Excel spreadsheet with all of the lessons. And then as people start the training, I put their names down and I check them off as they get stuff done. And I try and encourage them to finish it within 30 days and let them set goals about how fast they want to finish it and just to try and check in with them once a week.
Yeah, I think we talked about doing a group and not posting daily, and it just kind of, that's where you would post your assignments or your questions or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem with us
seems to work pretty good.
doing the group and posting every day. It's just not getting the,
Yeah,
feedback, I guess. And
I
I don't
think
want
people either. Yeah, it seems like when I did the monthly ones and posted every day, that people, like you said, they were either ready to just get it all done, or they were like, all right, I'll look at it on the weekend. And then by the time the weekend comes, they have 5 days of posts and assignments
Right.
to do. And they feel like they get behind, and then they just, they do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We like
So
your
basically, they just go self-paced anyway.
Right. Well, and
Yeah,
that's the thing. The people that are going to want to do it as a business are going to do it, And that's why I said at that point, past the 30 days, we can kind of weed out the workers from everyone that's just kind of like dabbling in the business, and then really put them maybe into an Emerald group or something, to keep pushing forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out how to do that too, where I can identify those rock stars that really want to do it and spend more time with them.
Don't
Right.
do that. Don't be Mandy. Mandy thinks everybody and their mama is a rock star.
They are.
Everybody in that category, and she's like, no, she fizzled out.
I'm the worst for
they're a
that.
rock star if they do the training.
That just means I just think the best of everyone, though, right? But yeah, I mean, I've really gotten burned out a lot with that because
Mufasa.
this girl started and she's like kicking butt, and it's like 2 weeks later, I'm like, she quit.
She's
Yeah.
ignoring me.
I'm working on it, okay? It's a process.
Mama, stop.
It is.
Mama? All right. Hey, Kate! You're here! About time. You kind of late. How was your workout?
I'm still in my workout clothes.
You too. How was it? Fun, huh? You're frozen.
I have to say, this is the best call we've had in so long. It's exciting.
We have people.
I know. It's not just us.
It's not just me and Mandy.
No, we appreciate it though, guys, because this is what it helps, getting feedback for everything and knowing what everybody needs.
So let's talk jabbing and hooking. Who feels like they need help with it? I mean, it's an open conversation. Let's figure out what's going good, going bad. I'm going to start picking on people, so if you don't say something, you get picked on.
I've just been lazy. And it's
Thanks for being honest.
well, I have finals next week, so there's that.
Yeah.
And I just started preparing for them. It's gonna be a good weekend.
But your rib cage, though, I'm just saying. And that's it.
Well, I don't know where it came from.
That rib cage is perfect.
I worked very hard on my rib. I need to comment back on that.
Next, who's next? Who wants to be honest? I'm going to pick somebody.
Where's Kim? Kim, did that make better sense?
What do you want? Get it.
All that information. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Get down.
Yeah, we can hear you. I don't know if that helped though. Like, explaining
Good. It's looking at the pictures and I'm sorry, my child's screaming. Claire. Help though.
What? What? What's wrong with you?
You stop talking in the middle of your thing. How was your workout? And she's not listening to me. She is zoning out. Never mind.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you. Miss went workout with somebody else. You keep freezing. I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm not talking to you. Courtney.
Oh, Allison, we got that coach sneak peek, right?
My phone audio completely.
Ooh. Okay. Coach sneak peek for not this week but next. Everybody game. Have people.
So we need to talk about hooks for that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's screen share.
Or jabs. Why don't we talk more about jabs? Because I think that's the hardest thing. Because we know how to hook, we know how to ask, but how do we lead up to a coaching?
Yeah, I see it.
I've not cooked in a while, so this was a hook. This was just a during. Like, I'm starting my shit over. I look awful. For the Fit for Feast group, I'm pretty sure most of y'all are in.
What about a coaching jab? You have one of those?
I don't do those often. Like how it's benefited me. This is one. I got free stuff. My job rocks.
Yeah, that's a jab.
Him. You have more. Go to yours.
Oh,
I don't do coaching.
All right. Hold on, I gotta pull it up.
So are you guys like classifying 3 types of posts? You've got your like everyday posts about your family or your kids or your dogs or whatever, and then you have jabs, which you guys are saying aren't invites, but they're still sort of a roundabout way related to Beachbody, coaching, working out, or the products. And then obviously hooks or invites.
I mean, you want to, a job is a jab, but I guess you can classify it in 2 ways. Like, I mean, when you're jabbing, you're just not having that call to action. So if you're going to jab and then
But you're saying jabbing, you're still like talking about it, but you're not inviting anything to anything.
Like this, I think is a hook because I put my thing at the bottom. Mama. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see.
Go to like any, like, see this. I mean, I guess, yeah, like you're saying, a jab is going to be something that is related, like this one, your mama. Go up. The psychology. This one, right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Right here?
Yeah. Like that's a jab, a placement jab. It's not like, I mean, you're going to post about your everyday life, but I guess your job is going to be Beachbody related, just not Beachbody. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure
Like
that
this?
I had that right.
This is about the money thing.
Yeah.
That's a jab.
Yeah.
This is about staying home with my kids. I think that's considered a jab. I talked about how building an at-home business.
Yeah.
So that's like, to me, that's what a coaching jab is talking about it, but not having like a call to action. You're not asking anyone to join you. You're just telling them
Yeah.
it's helped you.
Okay.
I guess that's how I look at it.
8 minutes. Ask all your questions.
Mama, I'm not going to bed.
Let's go to bed.
Nothing. Unless you have questions, I really have to leave. So.